What's going on YouTube? I know y'all have been waiting for this next VGC team showcase and I apologize for the delay, but I needed time to iron out this team. The team went through a boatload of different iterations before I was finally satisfied with the overall synergy, as I found it difficult to round out the initial concept. Another reason I didn't get this video out sooner was due to how bad my luck has been in games I was playing, as I've been going through it with RNG, and those games often aren't the most entertaining or insightful. Nevertheless, I appreciate y'all being patient and all the insane support you guys showed to the Como video. I am still blown away by that, like absolutely blown away. Thank you so much. That's now my most viewed video by far, but I think that's enough yapping. Let's get into this particular team. In the current Champions meta, a lot of team concepts start with the Mega Pokemon, as ensuring you get the most out of your Mega is often the best way to build, since most Megas have game-changing power. Well, I knew I eventually wanted to build a team around Mega Gardevoir, as it's been my favorite Mega to use in VGC since it was introduced back in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The thing that makes Mega Gardevoir so fun to use competitively, to me, is its speed stat. Mega Gardevoir sits at a base 100 speed stat, making it not really that fast or slow. This is perfect for my favorite VGC strategy, Tail Room. Tail Room is when you run a team with both speed control options of Tailwind and Trick Room, allowing you to choose if you would benefit more from either doubling your team's speed with Tailwind or making your slower Pokemon move first with Trick Room. Speed control is everything in VGC doubles, so I really enjoy teams that deploy both options for increased versatility. Since Mega Gardevoir is so bulky, it works great as a Trick Room setter, and alternatively, thanks to Hyper Voice, Gardevoir can also rip through teams under Tailwind. With Gardevoir as the star of the show, I wanted a partner that could lock down their weaknesses. After I did some deep digging into all the available options in Pokemon Champions and tested numerous things, I finally found what I was looking for with none other than Gallade. Mega Gardevoir struggles against some common threats like Sneasler, Kingambit, Excadrill, Mega Charizard Y, and specially defensive Incineroars. Well, Gallade can OHKO every single one of them in its base form, making it a legitimate partner for Gardevoir. However, after using Gallade for a bit, I quickly realized Mega Gallade has tons of potential as well, so I decided we can run Gallade as an alternative Mega to Gardevoir while still using it in its base form too. Let's break down our Mega Gardevoir and Gallade Tail Room team. First up is Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir has an insane 165 base special attack stat while also getting a times 1.2 power boost from Pixelate, making it quite the formidable offensive threat. Defensively, Gardevoir has a 135 base special defense, but this is balanced out by it having just a base 65 physical defense stat. Moveset wise, Mega Gardevoir has Hyper Voice, Psychic, Trick Room, and Protect. Hyper Voice deals heavy spread damage to quickly whittle down teams, while Psychic is a good option for Pokemon that resist Fairy. Being so bulky while also having just a base 100 speed stat, Gardevoir works well as a Trick Room setter against faster teams, as it can tank multiple attacks usually. I decided to lessen the damage output of our Gardevoir quite a bit and instead move those EVs over to physical defense, as I wanted my Gardevoir to be extremely tanky. The lessened power is definitely felt, so I'll explain what I do to get around that with the next Pokemon. However, with 26 EVs invested into physical defense, Mega Gardevoir always lives Adamant Scarf Basculegion's Wave Crash at full health outside of rain. Then, alongside Friend Guard Mousehold, Gardevoir at full health always lives Dire Claws from Adamant Sneasler and Iron Head from Adamant Kingambit. Overall, strong fairy spread damage on a bulky Pokemon that can also set up Trick Room makes Gardevoir a strong and unique Mega option. Next up is Mousehold. Mousehold was an immediate addition to the team alongside Mega Gardevoir due to their amazing synergy. Mousehold's moveset is going to consist of Super Fang, Follow Me, Encore, and Fake Tears. Mousehold's base 111 speed stat makes it a fast threat, so it's great at chunking Pokemon's health with Super Fang, putting them in range to be KO'd by Gardevoir's Hyper Voice. Furthermore, Mousehold gets an amazing ability in Friend Guard that allows allies to only take 3/4 damage from attacks, which is great for pushing Gardevoir's bulk even further. Encore is a pesky option that allows you to punish opponents for going for predictable fake outs and tailwinds by locking them into the move, which generally forces a switch out. While Super Fang is a great move, it only has 90% accuracy and it cannot hit ghost types. While Super Fang is a great move, it only has 90% accuracy and it cannot hit ghost types, so I eventually decided to give Mousehold Fake Tears as an alternative option. Fake Tears lowers the target's special defense stat 2 stages, making it a great option alongside Hypervoice Gardevoir, especially since our Gardevoir is less offensive than usual. I gave Maushold enough EVs to outspeed Adamant Sneasler and left it there since the Pokemon it could outspeed above that did not feel worth it, so those EVs instead went to defense. I think Choppleberry and Sash are worthy item options for Maushold, but I personally got the most mileage out of Citrus Berry Maushold through testing, and I feel it's the best option as long as something else doesn't need the Citrus Berry more. Moving on to our next Pokemon, it was also an immediate addition. It's Talonflame. Talonflame is back again, rocking out with the same moveset as last time of Acrobatics, Flare Blitz, Tailwind, and Protect. Talonflame works great alongside Gardevoir as Gale Wings gives Talonflame's Tailwind priority so you can quickly speed up Gardevoir and launch out Hyper Voices. Furthermore, Talonflame has super effective damaging moves for Sneasler and Kingambit, two very common Pokemon Gardevoir can struggle to deal with. With a Talonflame Gardevoir lead, we can also bait our opponents into thinking we're going to match their Tailwind and instead set up Trick Room with Gardevoir, punishing their Tailwind play. Like Maushold, I only invested 27 EVs into speed since that outspeeds all the Pokemon at the base 120 speed stat, which is all that felt necessary, then the leftover EVs went to HP. We are running itemless Talonflame again to maximize the damage output of Acrobatics and to be immune to Poltergeist. Moving along, we get to our other Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade is going to have a moveset of Psycho Cut, Sacred Sword, Rock Slide, and Protect. Gallade provides us an answer to some common threats as I stated previously: Sneasler, Archaledon, Tyranitar, Mega Charizard Y, Mega Kangaskhan, and Incineroar if we aren't intimidated, all risk being OHKO'd by Gallade. However, you must be mindful that once you Mega Gallade does lose some damage output due to losing sharpness for its slicing moves, but it gains immunities to flinching and intimidate, which could be very useful. Furthermore, Mega Gallade is much faster, allowing you to outspeed some common threats. Alternatively, Base Form Gallade has a higher chance of OHKOing Pokemon through Choppleberries and isn't too fast, so it benefits from Gardevoir's Trick Room. Overall, I was very impressed with how Gallade matches up into the meta. We are running a fully invested attack set to hit as hard as possible, while 25 EVs are invested into speed to outspeed Modest Charizard and OHKO with Rock Slide and Adamant Garchomp, who we can 2-hit KO before it 2-hit KOs us. The rest of the EVs are dumped into HP for bulk, but Gallade is pretty frail no matter how you slice it, unfortunately. Thankfully, with Tailwind, Trick Room, and Redirection support, we have ways of getting around that. Looking at the team now, I initially assumed we could just throw Garchomp and Kingambit into the team's last 2 slots and we'd be good to go. However, Garchomp felt awkward with just Talonflame as the Earthquake partner, and that version of the team lacked a second special attacker, so it was relying heavily on Gardevoir for special damage. So while it took some time to come to a decision, I eventually decided the next Pokemon needed to be Hydreigon. Hydreigon has a moveset of Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Heat Wave, and Snarl. Hydreigon provides the team numerous things. With its expansive moveset, Hydreigon makes for a fantastic Scarf user, being able to hit for Dragon, Dark, and Fire type damage while outspeeding the vast majority of the meta, most notably outspeeding Adamant Mega Aerodactyl by 1 point. Hydreigon can OHKO most Dragon types with Draco Meteor, and Snarl can be a disruptive option for strong special attackers like Mega Charizard Y and Archaledon. Being a Dragon Dark type, Hydreigon already has a favorable matchup into Basculegion as it resists both Water and Ghost type moves, but with a Scarf it can outpace Scarf Basculegion while having a 62.5% chance of OHKOing it with Dark Pulse. Hydreigon's Levitate gives us a second ground immunity and overall makes it a great counter to Garchomp. Hydreigon outspeeds and OHKOs the more offensive Mega Gengar set with Dark Pulse and has a 43.75% chance of OHKOing the bulkier Perish Trap Mega Gengar. Hydreigon also has a 87.5% chance of OHKOing Mega Frostlass with a Dark Pulse. Overall, Hydreigon gives us a second strong special attacker that isn't reliant on speed control, that also cleans up our Ghost weakness due to its strong Dark Pulses, and it happens to have a fantastic typing for dealing with 2 of the strongest threats in the meta in Mega Charizard Y and Basculegion. The EV spread has 31 EVs in speed, as that outpaces Adamant Mega Aerodactyl, which is all that felt necessary, with full special investment, and then the few leftover EVs are just dumped into HP. After Hydreigon, I knew the final member of the team needed to be a Steel type, as I personally like running a bulky resistant Teferi due to how strong and prevalent Sylveon and Mega Floette are, so Talonflame did not feel like enough. This is where Aegislash makes its appearance. Aegislash has a moveset of Poltergeist, Iron Head, Shadow Sneak, and Wide Guard. Yes, we are not running King's Shield on Aegislash, as not only do we want all of these 4 moves, but King's Shield feels a bit awkward in the current meta with the abundance of Kingambits on teams. Aegislash provides the team with a strong stab Ghost type move and Poltergeist, which is great since there's so few normal types in the meta. Ironhead deletes fairy types and is our only super effective move on fairies, so it is very much so needed on this team. Then while Gale Wings Acrobatics is technically a priority move, it isn't reliable since Gale Wings can be broken, so Shadow Sneak provides us a real priority move that is also super effective on Basket Legion. To round things out, Aegislash has Wide Guard for protecting us from the enormous amounts of spread moves being spammed in the meta such as Heat Wave, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice, and Blizzard. The biggest question mark for Aegislash for me personally was what item do I run on it, as through testing I didn't find one that felt like a home run. Nevertheless, I eventually locked in on Shukaberry since it allowed me to play more freely in Blade form as Aegislash is no longer O-code by most ground type attacks. I believe Focus Sash is another worthy option since it means Aegislash would also survive those same ground type attacks, but would gain the ability to survive some common strong attacks in Charizard's fire type moves, King Gambit's dark type moves, and Basket Legion's last respects. We are running a very standard max attack, max HP EV spread with 2 EVs thrown into special defense on Aegislash, as we want our attacks to hit as hard as possible, and this allows Shadow Sneak to knock out low health units more reliably. When we go for Trick Room, Aegislash becomes one of our main offensive threats, so that's another reason why we want it to hit as hard as possible. And alright, that's the team. I will admit, this team is unfortunately a bit susceptible to RNG since it is running numerous attacks that aren't 100% accurate. Super Fane, Draco Meteor, Heat Wave, Snarl, and Poltergeist can all miss, and I missed them all quite a few times, leading to some frustrations. The team felt good otherwise, but it took me a while to get comfortable using it, so I wouldn't say it's the easiest team to pilot. One attack I wish I was able to fit into the team is Helping Hand, as I feel it would be a nice way of boosting Gardevoir and Hydreigon spread damage, but I did not find a way to make that work. Also, if you try out the team, you can consider switching Gardevoir back to a more offensive, fully specially invested spread, and switching out Fake Tears on Mousehold for Taunt, as I found hard Trick Room teams a bit annoying to deal with at times, so that's definitely an alternative option. Overall, I am pretty proud of the current build of the team after all the testing I did, and I feel I could have pushed this team further on the ladder if not for some bad luck and playing games while doing other tasks. Here's the team ID though for those of you who want to try it out yourselves, and as always, all I ask in return is that you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment letting me know how the games go with the team. Please also consider joining my Discord, as I'm trying to build a fun, thriving community of VGC players who can all practice together and bounce ideas off one another, so if that sounds enticing to you, there's always a link in the description. Then lastly, consider following me on Twitch, as I am a small streamer and could use more VGC players to vibe and build teams with on stream. There's always a link to that in the description as well. But alright, it's time to finally hop into that Master Ball tier ladder and showcase what this team is made of. So we're gonna get another opponent. They're rocking out with Tyranitar. It could be double Mega, could be Mega Tyranitar. This could very much so be Mega Aggron too down there, but we got Aerodactyl, could be Mega Aerodactyl. We got Hydreigon, fellow Hydreigon enjoyer, shoutouts to bro. Once again, that Mega Aggron, because I highly doubt that's red. So the Mega Aggron's probably for real, and then the Tyranitar is probably for real. This team's so weak to Rain. I wonder what this team does against Rain, but okay. Sneasler and Senesha. As long as we can get around the Aerodactyl, Gallade looks fantastic. So I might go Mousehold Gallade again. We did need Hydreigon though, because I want to hit the Mega Aggron for super effective damage on the special side, because we know what that thing's physical defense looks like. Alright, so we do see the Aerodactyl. Too nervous to eat berries. Alright, so I like Follow Me. And when I think of what probably comes in on the I don't think Tyranitar stays in. We probably see Senesha in that Tyranitar slot. But I like Follow Me to get away from the Dual Wing Bee just in case it does come out. And then let's attack into that Mega Aerodactyl. We may just see Rock Slide here. We resist that. I'm surprised Tyranitar didn't switch. No, Tyranitar switch is crazy, I must say. So maybe it is protecting. Let's see. No protect from Tyranitar is crazy. You do see the Dual Wing Beat. This is where Citrus looks really good. Beef us up. Let's good damage on the Aerodactyl. We do just see knockoff. Okay. That does not knock us out. I think it's follow me again, and I go for the Tyranitar now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Follow me. There's no protects. We're knocking out a Tyranitar. Dueling beat there. That works. Bye-bye, Tyranitar. Oh, it's Sash?
Huh?
People run that? People run that? Oh, just Rock Slide? Why Rock Slide? Wow. Okay. I'm very surprised. We could Shadow Sneak. I don't like having to do that though. There's nothing in the back really that's a special attacker, so I don't really want to Snarlio. This is a very physical team. It's just the Seneca. We can predict here, but I kind of don't want to. But we could predict here. On like Seneca. Seneca coming in. I think we should be faster than Mega Aerodactyl on the Hydreigon. I could have sworn that's specifically what I EV'd to outspeed. So please say that's the case. Please, please, please. It is. Cool. So Sneasler switch in wouldn't be the most surprising. Oh, not Seneca. That sucks for them. Cause yeah, that's a double up. I can Rock Slide. I think that's the play. Let's try to get around it with Rock Slide. Hopefully it does enough. Cause yeah, this is Rage Powder rocks. Rage Powder. Oh no, Rage Powder. Oh, so now our Rock Slide's just gonna hit only the Tyranitar. Hopefully,
He needs some milk.
hopefully we don't miss. That should be enough to knock it out. Please don't miss. Nice. Yep, nice. Wow, I did not think Dark Pulse O-Code. Very nice. Dark Pulse Oko on Seneca though, how beautiful. We love that. Alright, and we do see their Hydreigon, so easy play here is to switch out there and then just protect here and see what the move is first. Easy play. Switch in, Aegislash, protect. Do we see a Draco? Oh, Draco there. Oh, I could have just attacked into it. That's crazy. At -2, we're not really afraid of anything, so we'll just wrap this up and move on to the next. Nice. So Mega Gallade coming in strong right away. I love Mega Gallade against Sand. I think it's a great matchup. We get a new opponent. They're going to have Talonflame, Mega Floette, Garchomp, Archaledon, Sneasler, and King Gambit. So a super standard team. Basically, Charizard Y is replaced by Talonflame, and because they wanted Tailwind. I don't know. It's Aegislash for sure. And then is it here? Or is it here? I think it's here. I think it's Gallade. We're gonna bring regular Gallade. And we're gonna go no Hydreigon. Let's see it. Talonflame, Sneasler, so not a great Gardevoir lead. What if we... I'm gonna play this crazy. What if we protect the Talonflame and just Psychic Sneasler? Can we regret this? Absolutely. It might just be fake out though. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see if we got it right or wrong. Gotta protect my Talonflame. Let's see. Oh, protect on the Sneasler, okay. That makes sense. So now I'm actually just gonna go for that. And with them having Tailwind up, I'm gonna Trick Room. Are we still... Oh no, we're not still faster than Sneasler, so this is bad. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Dark Claws does come out. Yeah, we never lived that. So yeah, that was bad. Not the wisest. Not the wisest. And we're also pretty weak to... We're pretty weak to, yeah, our opponent kind of got us there. Because I didn't respect that they were, of course, going to break our Gale Wings. They never let us get up Tailwind now. So I probably should have just matched Tailwinds. Do we still make this play? Talonflame protecting's kinda obvious. I'm not sure we have another play to make though. Yeah, let's still go for it. I don't know. This is probably one we lost because of the way that first interaction went. Just a real bad oversight on my end that they would of course break our Gale Wings. We're gonna protect. Probably Flare Blitz. Yeah, there's no reason not to Flare Blitz. Oh, we barely lived that. Goodness gracious. Oh, and it burns. Okay, GG's. GG's, 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 GG's. GG's. The burn is crazy. The burn is so crazy. There was a slim chance of something there, but the burn just like completely takes that away. But we probably saw like just a big double up into the Aegislash there. I didn't respect that they could break Gale Wings after they Tailwinded. Alright, our next opponent's going to be Whimsicott, Mega Kangaskhan, Garchomp, Charizard, King Gambit, and Basculegion. So, very popular team I'm seeing a lot of with this Mega Kangaskhan on it. Gardevoir does live a double edge on a pretty favorable calc that there's like such a 0.39 chance of us dying to Adamant double edge. So that's nice. It might be Talonflame Gallade. Yeah, let's try Talonflame Gallade instead, because we also dodged the fake out that way. And then we could have Hydreigon in the back and probably Aegislash. Shucka, Aegislash should have a good matchup into the Garchomp if it's in the back. A decent matchup, not good. So, alright, we see the Charizard. So this is interesting. I'm just gonna Rock Slide, and I'm gonna Tailwind, and I'm gonna pray that they don't see it coming. That they don't see. This is ladder, baby. This is why we run things like Rock Slide Gallade, because there's a good chance our opponent just doesn't see it coming. And that's the beauty of ladder. They do make a first, but we do know that is not indicative of speed. We're both Tailwinding, I'm sure of it. Ours goes first. Now theirs. Rock slide, please. There we are. Oh, we missed. Okay, we don't miss Charizard?
Not bad.
Okay, we
not
don't miss
bad.
Charizard. Missing Whimsicott also sucks though, because otherwise we'd be threatening a KO just with acrobatics. So we'd be in an even better spot than we are in currently. I think Sacred Sword always does more damage as long as Psycho Cut doesn't crit. Yeah. So let's go for Sacred Sword. And let's go for Acrobatics, I'm pretty sure. Acrobatics. Yup, and that's where the Rock Slide miss sucks, because that would just be killed. That would just be done. You realize how annoying that is. Moonblast never takes this out. It is really good damage though. We always live a Rock Slide. Sacred Sword. Good damage. Oh, maybe we don't live a Rock Slide now. Oh, it's just Rock Tomb. That's great. Okay, that's better. That's better, because now... Yeah, we can outspeed and knock out this Whimsicott. I think it's always Heat Wave. What's likely in the back? Potentially the... Let's Heat Wave. Let's Heat Wave. Should do the most damage. We don't miss. Hopefully we take out with Sacred Sword. Oh, it's a crit on Whimsicott. That couldn't have been a more meaningless crit. That's funny. And then let's knock it out. Oh, we do burn! Oh my god. That's crazy. Sacred Sword, knock it out. Does knock it out. And that's why we ran the EVs to outspeed Adamant Garchomp, because a lot of these Garchomps are Adamant. So now we could protect, and we could switch into Aegislash, because it's very unlikely that they go for Last Respects on a Hydreigon. But we'll see. Let's see it. The fact that they are not forfeiting though shows you what this dumb Pokemon's all about. Dumb Pokemon. So we can't Poltergeist. I think we just sneak. I think we sneak. Yeah, let's go for sneak and get that chip damage. Yeah, it's so much damage. And then do they focus on the Aegislash? Oh no, we're faster. We're just faster. Because that's not Scarf. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man. First we got an opponent that's using Mega Charizard Y, Sylveon, Aerodactyl, Garchomp, Basculegion, and King Gambit. So this is the Big Six team that we've been talking about, that we are very aware about now at this point. And how do I want to lead against it? How do I want to lead? Let's try this. We're going to go Talonflame Gallade with Hydreigon and Aegislash in the back. I don't fully think we should need Mouse Hold. There's a lot of spread damage here. Let's see what we can do. We do see the... So, Gallade's in trouble here. Very obviously not the best spot for Gallade. But what we could do is just protect and switch in Aegislash. So I probably should have let Aegislash, but I didn't want to lead into a possible Charizard. That's what we'll do. You just see Rock Slide to get us going. We're gonna eat that, and then we will also have to eat a Hyper Voice. So, I think we want Tailwind, and I think we want to Iron Head. I could Wide Guard. I could Tailwind Wide Guard. Kinda like that, but there's a chance they just Tailwind as well. Yeah, what if we Tailwind Wide Guard? Sylveon uses Detect. We're gonna Tailwind. And we're gonna Wide Guard. There we go, I like that. Well, Sylveon knows it can't do much of anything here. So I expect Sylveon to switch out. I think we double into the Aerodactyl. Yeah, we see the Sylveon withdraw. See Charizard come in. Does Aerodactyl protect? It does not. What does it go for? Probably just Tailwind. We do see it's Tailwind. So we're gonna get rid of Aerodactyl. Not bad. Not a bad start. Got Talonflame nice and safe from Aerodactyl. King Gambit. Huh. We might see a... I think we always attack there. And I think I could just switch in Hydreigon. Charizard's gonna set up the sun for us, so this Flare Blitz should hit like a truck. So let's go for that. Into the King Gambit. Flare Blitz in the sun. Lives on 1. Is that Shucka? I mean, Sash? No, it just lived on 1. That's really annoying. Talonflames avoids the Heat Wave. That's huge. We do see the Cleave. That should knock us out. Yeah, that will. We're faster than the Charizard, I'm almost certain. But I actually don't mind the Sucker Punch here. Yeah. Yeah. As long as this isn't, this should be Modest Charizard. So, should eat a Sucker Punch and then take out Charizard with Rock Slide. We're Snarling. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, double Protect, okay. Is that because this is my last turn of Tailwind? That's probably why. But what that's going to allow me to do, yeah. Yeah, let's just Protect. And let's just still Snarl. You just see the Heat Wave. Hydreigon avoids. Let's not miss the Snarl. Alright, nice. Alright, lots of avoiding heat waves though. Alright. I could very well see this Charizard protecting now that it's slower. So how do we want to play this? We cannot switch into Aegislash, really. I'm nervous about how much damage this is going to do to us. I think with a Snarl, we should live Sylveon's Hyper Voice. Charizard should protect. Let's see it. Yeah, Charizard protects. Alright, I should have went for a Psycho Cut into the Sylveon. Please say we don't miss. We don't miss. And we will just Rock Slide. Playing it a bit safe. We were never going to knock out Sylveon with a Psycho Cut anyways. It does get the Hyper Voice off. And we do live that because of the Snarl. So that worked out how I wanted it to. Charizard can no longer protect. We should be faster. And Iron Head should just take out the... So as long as we don't miss a Rock Slide. If we don't miss the Rock Slide, let's go. Nice. Nice. And that's going to be GG's. So a fantastic way to get the stream started. Love that. Love that for us. Oh, and it flinched anyways. Get flinched, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So taking down Big Six once again with Mega Gallade. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Kind of want to bring Gallade in the back as a last resort for the Archaledon, but I hate Gallade. I don't like Gallade into the Basculegion, the Pelipper, or the Scovillain. So I think Gallade definitely sits this one out. It's probably Hydreigon in the back alongside Aegislash. Yup. We don't need to think about that too hard. Our opponent already locked in, so they knew what they were going for. So they might predict our Mouse Gardevoir lead, but I don't know what predicting that would look like. Nope, we just see Archaledon, Sableye. Let's Mega Evolve, let's Hyper Voice. And let's Encore Sableye. One Flash Cannon never takes us out. Scarf Still Beam with full investment, and Special Attack can. So we do gotta be wary of that. But that's never what this particular Archaledon is. Oh, nice. Nice. That works. Yeah, Protect on Archaledon means we can just Encore that slot, and I know our opponent has to be thinking that. So this is actually insanely good for us. Crit. That's a crit. Yeah. Not the most impactful crit, just because we were always going to take it out with another Hyper Voice. So both of these basically have to switch out. So part of me almost wants to Encore the Archaledon, but that feels too obvious. I feel like both need to switch out. That feels so obvious that I just Encore it. So I'm going to not do that. I may get this wrong. Yeah, Archaledon withdrew. Nice. Nice. Yeah, give me the fake tears on that. Yep, you gotta withdraw both, big dog. Basculegion, yep. Come here, Basculegion. Yep. And I really like the fake tears on the Scovillain here. It's not Mega. That's much smaller of a threat. Oh, Moody special defense boost. That's really annoying. It did lose speed, though. We could just Hyper Voice and... They have to assume that I'm going to, They have to assume that I'm going to follow me, I feel like. Yeah, I want the damage off on Archaledon. I'm going to fake Tears. I'm not going to follow me. Fake Tears. That special defense raise really sucked, though. That's very bothersome. Alright, we do just see Rage Powder. Alright, no problem, no problem. What do we see from Archaledon? Just flip turn. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. Who comes back in? It has to be like Archaledon. Yeah. Just free damage. You're just seeing how disruptive Mousehold can really be to a team. Gonna get burned finally. I think that this Hyper Voice again, and they probably just go for Rage Powder again. I think this is finally Follow Me. Yeah, I think it's finally Follow Me. Yeah, you just see the Rage Powder and probably a Flash Cannon. If Mousehold could live that, that'd be beautiful. It's gonna just barely live. Light Screen's so annoying. Let's go. Special defense drop sucks. We are Citrus, so we could live another if it wasn't for that special defense drop. Light Screen wore off. Please give me the Light Screen wore off. Light Screen still hasn't wore off. Let's just Follow Me again. Let it go down. I think it's fine for it to go down now. Done its job. It's done the deed. Flash Cannon again. That will take us out after that special defense drop. Really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Mousehold gaming, though. Mousehold gaming. So Light Screen's done. And now we could go into... Sableye probably comes back out. So would I want the... Would I want the Aegis Slash out then? Not really. Yeah, no. Just because if they go into Archaledon, we would regret going Aegis Slash. Alright, it is just Sableye. Which I had a hunch. They're likely to just Light Screen here. Trying to think of what makes the most sense for us. We may see a Protect from the Sableye. I think we just knock out Sableye. I don't think we need to Snarl here. Yeah, just a Protect. I'm in a Protect from the Archaledon, so we just knock out Sableye. Yeah, Light Screen back up. Let's just knock out Sableye. Nice. Mouse hold, mouse hold, mouse hold. Our little mice of mice. I love little bro. I love our little mice. Our little 4 blind mice. The remix, it's 4 blind mice. Alright, there's the Archaledon. We outspeed. I don't think we take out right now. We could protect Gardevoir. Yeah, what if we did that? I kind of like that. I guess the one downside to that though is Dragon Pulse. I'm a little nervous about Dragon Pulse. We should be fine though. I think this is still the play. Protect Gardevoir. Dark Pulse. Does still take it out. Alright, just in case that didn't take it out, which is the reason why I went for that. We do see Dragon Pulse. Okay. That doesn't even take us out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, I just didn't know if we still killed with Dark Pulse behind the light screen. So in case we didn't take out the Basculegion, that was just extra insurance for that. This should be GG's though, for the Hyper Voice Dark Pulse. And yeah, good Hydreigon stocks of cleaning up the end game here, and actually outspeeding Basculegion, and then good Mousehold stocks for just completely disrupting this game. Yeah, we love that. We love it. Turned their Skull-Villain into a Rage Powder machine. Their Mega was only able to sit there and Rage Powder, and it burned a special attacker, and that's it. So we completely nullified any effectiveness of the Mega Skull-Villain, which was nice too. Is that shiny Skull-Villain? Why does it look so weird? It looks like it's wearing clothes. Man, that looks weird. Alright, next opponent. I'm trying to rub off the tilt, but man, that's crazy that we missed that Draco. Like, that's crazy, bro. We already missed Heat Wave. Why do we have the blindest Hydreigon of all the Hydreigons? Anyways, our next opponent's gonna have a team of Archaledon, Mega Skull-Villain, Pelipper, Basculegion, Sneasler, and Sylveon. So a weird iteration on Rain, but still Rain. Yeah, we do need a Hydreigon. Alright, we're gonna lead. We're gonna lead Gallade on the bench. We're gonna go with Gardevoir, Talonflame. On my way to take your Hydreigon to the optometrist. Yeah, bro, come on. Yes, he needs some real good some real good glasses. I need full what's the terminology that I'm forgetting? I need a full exam though. Cause yeah, this is egregious at this point. We could take advantage of Moody and try to play around with some shenanigans there. What if we took advantage of that Moody pull? Yeah, man is legally blind. Definitely the meme. I'm legally blind. But alright, we're gonna get some damage off on Sylveon, and we're going to protect to see how that Moody boost goes. So Skull-Villain does not protect nothing. That's a crit. Yeah, that's a crit. Goodness gracious. We do just see Leech Seed into Gardevoir. Had a feeling. And just Hyper Voice. And just Hyper Voice. Okay. Special attack raise. Special attack raise. Let's freaking go, bro. Oh my god, this is the easiest acrobatics Hyper Voice in my life. Let's go. Not a special attack raise. Oh my god. Okay, that's how you turn around the vibes. That's how you turn around the vibes. Oh, Pelipper's gonna get obliterated. Yes, I love Pelipper candy. Eat it like it's Pokemon Go. We want that Pelipper candy. Alright. Get this big old attack off. Acrobatics should do a bunch of damage. Nice. Alright, we're gonna knock that out as long as we're faster. Hopefully we're faster. Faster. Doesn't affect Talonflame. It's always weird when it says stuff like that. We are faster, and that just does knock out. Is that a crit too? Nope, that's just +1 Gardevoir. Oh my god. Thank you for the Moody, Brick Dog. Thank you for the Moody. Thank you for the Moody. Oh, that was so lucky. That's GG. Oh my god. Woo. That one was hilarious. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That one was hilarious. That definitely changed the vibes. Goodness gracious. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys not only enjoyed the battles, but see how strong this team can be. If you have any particular Pokemon you want to see me build around next time, please feel free to leave a comment letting me know. I love challenging myself with building around lesser seen Pokemon, so please leave those comments. And one last time, I just want to say thank you all so much for showing love to the VGC content. I cannot say how much I appreciate it enough. YouTube is my biggest passion in life, so I'll do everything in my power to continue providing y'all quality content. That's going to be a wrap for me though. Peace out.